This YouTube channel of mine is pretty funny. It's kind of pathetic, really, in a way, but it's been really useful to me. Like, I take it very seriously. Not in the sense of building a channel, because I'm not doing this in a way that will build a channel. But I take the communication very sincerely. And I think, seriously, it's been more useful to me than any therapy I've ever done. Like, just to publicly say what I think about a lot of stuff kind of transforms my relationship to my own claims. And for the most part, I haven't changed my mind. I've received some engagement that's been helpful, and it's made it clear to me that I need to be really careful in communication. Like, I'm realizing that if I want to be understood, if I really want to try to make the complex political points that I wish to make, I'm going to need to work a lot harder. Like, I really need to do preparation. I may even need some kind of script or points. And I need to take a lot of time. And I don't know that I care to do that, because I guess I'm developing a philosophy that will seem fatalistic probably to a lot of people. Like, I mean, I guess it's kind of Taoist in a sense. Like, I think all these people running around trying to persuade each other are basically not being very successful. I think people get bands of followers of people who already agree with them. I think it's very difficult to break out of any kind of tribe and do genuinely synthetic work. And I also need to be careful too, because so many of my sort of political leaning videos are reactions to takes that I'm really critical of. And something about that just is intrinsically negative. Like, if you're responding to negative judgments, it's really hard not to bring negativity to that. And it's really hard to deploy any kind of language that slots into any kind of tribal understanding, because more and more people, it's not just that people have less and less capacity for nuanced understandings and for patience and listening. It's that we don't have the time. And more it's clear to me that people are scanning what you say for political signifiers and then interpreting everything you say through that. Not everybody, but this is the tendency. And it's clear to me that even the most sophisticated minds are prey to this. It's pretty clear. And this is not something that I can stop. But I'll work for any future political videos I make to be much more careful. But I do think most human ambition is folly. And I do think most people trying to do politics just get caught up in ego and ambition. And I don't care what their political objective is. Politics is just so vile. It's so vile. It's just the way it is. It's just that part of the world, you know? Like, it's a discourse that's trying to address evil, I suppose, at some level. So it's going to be tricky. Anyway, it's really weird. The worse the world gets, the better my life is getting. So, I'm doing all right. It's also tricky to make any kind of moral criticisms without implicitly putting yourself morally above other people. So, yeah. The world just does itself, really. I really think half of the problems we suffer from, like 3/4 of the problems we suffer from today, are the results of us trying to solve problems and the side effects of that. And broadly speaking, I'm just getting to a point where I just have so little faith in civilization itself, in systems, in rationalization, in the abstractions we use. Like I've got to be careful because I might be overcompensating, but it's all just folly to me. It's all just a world of illusion and game playing and building castles out of sand. It's just something about human ambition that's just riding on water. So when I come into it with this kind of approach, if I'm not systematic about it, if I'm not really generous and patient and nuanced and taking time, I'm not going to be understood by more than 1 in 100 people. And my son's calling me, I better go. Good luck, everybody, at this year 2023. Each one's going to be crazier than the last, I think.